Hey, first-time flyers and travel newbies. Ever seen that poor soul at airport security? Getting a pat down while juggling their stuff, holding up the line, and wishing they could disappear. Don't let that be you. In the next 12 minutes, we're counting down 8 TSA mistakes you probably don't know you're making, because TSA sure isn't gonna warn you about them. A few of these might surprise even seasoned travelers, and we promise to keep it casual, funny, and super helpful. Spoiler: TSA considers peanut butter a liquid? Yeah, seriously? Intrigued? Let's dive in. Welcome aboard. If you're new to flying or just tired of feeling clueless at the TSA checkpoint, this video is for you. We'll cover 8 lesser known mistakes, the kind that won't just cost you your water bottle, but could get you flagged, delayed, or totally stressed out. Mistake 1, dressing like a TSA nightmare. Ever play dress up? Great. Just don't do it for the airport. The first mistake is wearing the wrong clothes for screening, turning your fashion statement into a security holdup. Think metallic goth belts, blingy jewelry, 10 layers of baggy hoodies, or knee-high lace-up boots. Sure, you'll look fabulous until the TSA scanner loses its mind and you end up doing the pat-down tango. Outfits that are TSA unfriendly, for example. Excessively baggy clothes or flowing dresses might get you extra scrutiny. Officers worry you could hide things under there. And all that metal, the body scanner sees it and beep. Now you're flagged. That stack of bobby pins in your hair or big statement necklace can light up the detector like a Christmas tree. Extra screening, pat-downs, and delay city. Former TSA agents have confirmed that baggy attire often requires inspection to ensure you're not smuggling anything. Similarly, TSA recommends against wearing shoes that are hard to remove, like knee-high boots with laces or buckles, because you'll definitely hold up your fellow travelers. And trust us, no one behind you wants to watch you unlace a corset boot for 5 minutes. What to do instead? Dress simply and comfortably on travel day. Slip on shoes or sneakers with socks, please. Those airport floors are gross. Minimal jewelry, and avoid belts if you can. Or use a plastic buckle belt. If you love your bling, pack it in your carry-on and put it on after security. Got a hoodie or jacket? Be ready to take it off and put it in a bin. And if you're cold, layer a t-shirt underneath so you're not shivering in line. Basically, aim for an outfit that won't trigger alarms. You can still look stylish without the metal detector symphony. Mistake 2, forgetting to empty your pockets. Yes, even tissues. You know that moment when you pat your pockets and find an old gum wrapper or a stray quarter? At TSA, even that can be your undoing. A first-timer might think it's just a tissue, not metal. No big deal, right? Wrong. The full-body scanners aren't just metal detectors, they flag anything unusual on your body. Congratulations, your forgotten tissue just earned you an awkward pat down in front of everyone. Leaving stuff in your pockets during screening, be it coins, keys, a lighter, or innocuous things like receipts and candy. Many people don't realize that advanced scanners detect more than metal. It's a surefire way to slow down your screening and possibly get you some extra attention from TSA. Not the fun kind. TSA officers advise travelers to empty their pockets completely, even non-metallic items like tissues and breath mints, to avoid pat-downs. What to do instead? Before you even get in the security line, do the pocket purge. Take everything out and put it in your carry-on or jacket before it goes through the X-ray. Pro tip: as you're standing in line, use that time wisely to double-check pockets. TSA officers actually recommend this. Mistake 3, wearing the wrong attitude, jokes, and sketchy behavior. Look, we get it. Security is stressful and humor is a coping mechanism. But if your idea of a joke is saying, "Careful, I've got dynamite in there," or you decide to act all furtive and mysterious, you're literally asking for trouble. Behaving in a way that alarms TSA officers, whether that's making inappropriate jokes, acting overly nervous, or being uncooperative. Even if you're 100% innocent, certain behaviors can raise red flags. Cracking jokes about weapons or saying, "I hope you don't find the bomb, haha," is a big no-no. Similarly, avoiding eye contact, sweating profusely, or conversely, being strangely over-friendly and chatty about security details can draw suspicion. TSA officers are trained to watch for signs of stress or deception. There's actually something called behavior detection. You might just be anxious about flying, but to them, you could look like you've got something to hide. What to do instead? Play it cool and respectful. You don't have to be a robot, friendly is fine, but keep it low-key. Save the stand-up comedy for your friends after you clear security. If you're anxious, take a few deep breaths. Remind yourself TSA sees nervous newbies all the time, and just follow instructions. If a TSA officer asks you a question, answer simply and honestly, and definitely don't make fake threats or comments. Mistake 4. Packing big powders in your carry-on. So you're trying to stay healthy on your trip. Protein shakes, powdered supplements, maybe some pre-workout magic dust, good for you. But to the TSA X-ray machine, your giant tub of powder might as well have a neon label saying suspicious white substance. Surprise, surprise. You're about to become the star of a TSA science experiment. While powders are not banned, TSA has special rules for them. In fact, since 2018, they've beefed up screening for powders. If you have more than 12 ounces of powder, it must be screened separately and might even be prohibited from the cabin if it can't be identified. TSA's official guidance says powders over 12 ounces may require additional screening, and if they can't figure out what it is, you won't be allowed to take it on the plane. What to do instead? Plan ahead with your powders. If possible, pack large powder containers in your checked luggage. TSA even explicitly suggests putting powders in checked bags for your convenience. If you must carry them on, say baby formula, or you don't have checked luggage, keep it under 12 ounces or be prepared to take it out at security. You can also transfer some into a smaller container just for the flight and definitely separate it in a clear bag or easily accessible pocket. The moment you hit the conveyor, declare it, "I have protein powder in this bag." They might still test it, but you'll look proactive and helpful. Mistake 5. Thinking peanut butter isn't a liquid. Peanut butter. Delicious. Protein-packed and solid, right? Surely that PB&J sandwich spread is harmless. Well, to the TSA, your Jif might as well be nitroglycerin because peanut butter counts as a liquid. Yes, you read that correctly. Many a first-timer has been baffled as TSA confiscated their peanut butter jar, jelly, or even mom's famous homemade jam. If you can spread it, they can shred it from your bag. Bringing foods or products that aren't obviously liquid, but TSA classifies them as liquids or gels. The rule of thumb, straight from TSA, is if you can spill it, spray it, spread it, pump it, or pour it, it counts as a liquid or gel. So things like peanut butter, almond butter, Nutella, honey, yogurt, hummus, jams and jellies, syrup, soft cheeses, and even certain cosmetics, think creamy dips, spreads, or even a tub of frosting, all fall under the 3.4 ounce rule. If you bring a big jar of any of these in your carry-on, TSA will likely pull your bag and throw it out or make you go back out to check it, which no one has time for. It's heartbreaking to surrender perfectly good food or expensive face cream because of a technicality, but TSA is very clear. Solid foods are fine, but spreadable or pourable foods over 3.4 ounces are not. What to do instead? Follow the 3-1-1 liquids rule for these sneaky items. If you absolutely need peanut butter or a special jam on your trip, get a travel size packet under 3.4 ounces or put it in your checked luggage. There are even single serve peanut butter pouches you can carry on. Those are fine as long as each is under the limit and fits in your quart size liquids bag. The same goes for lotions, creams, etc. Alternatively, buy it or wait until you arrive at your destination. Mistake 6. Leaving snacks loose all over your bag. Snacks equal lifesavers when you're flying. Trail mix, candy chips, we all pack them. But if you treat your carry-on like a vending machine exploded inside, you're in for a rough time. Packing food haphazardly in your carry-on or bringing a lot of snacks without any organization. Believe it or not, food can clutter the X-ray image. Piles of edibles show up as weird, opaque shapes, especially organic material like chocolate or dense foods. TSA might see an unidentifiable mass and have to stop and rummage through your goodies. Also, some airports now specifically ask you to remove any food from your bag and place it separately, similar to laptops, because food can mask other items on the scanner. If your snacks are everywhere, that becomes a pain. It can cause extra screening and delays. TSA officers may instruct travelers to separate out foods from carry-ons if the bag is cluttered. In fact, TSA's website explicitly says that food, and powders as we mentioned, can obstruct clear images on the X-ray, and they encourage organizing your bag to keep it uncluttered. What to do instead? Pack your snacks neatly. Use a clear zip-top bag or a dedicated pouch for all your munchies. This way, if a TSA agent wants to see the food, you can just pull out one bag and ta-da, all snacks visible. 7. Overstuffing your carry-on. aka the black hole bag. We get it, you want to avoid checked bag fees, so you packed everything including the kitchen sink into your carry-on. But now your bag is so dense and cluttered, even you don't know what's in there. Neither will the TSA X-ray. To them, your overstuffed suitcase might as well be a black box of mystery that they will have to open, packing your carry-on like a chaotic Tetris game with no regard for the security screening process. This often leads to the scanner not picking up a clear image, which in turn leads to a manual bag check, where an officer will unpack your meticulously crammed bag in front of everyone. Say bye-bye to that perfect packing job. What to do instead? Pack with security in mind. This is a pro traveler tip. When loading your carry-on, think about what you'll need to remove or what might look odd on X-ray. Try to pack electronics together at the top, liquids bag on top, and keep wires coiled and separated. Use packing cubes to compartmentalize. Not only does it keep things neat, but TSA can quickly inspect a cube and see it's just clothes. If you have a stack of books or dense items, consider distributing them or at least not layering them directly over each other with electronics beneath. A book on top of your iPad could appear as one big dense shape. Mistake 8. Burying your electronics and other bin blunders. Not handling your electronics and bins correctly at security. Specifically, forgetting to take out required electronics or placing them in a way that the X-ray image is obscured. The standard rule for regular lanes, not pre-check, is laptops and any electronics larger than a cell phone should come out of your bag and go in a bin by themselves. No items on top or bottom. That means tablets, full-size cameras, portable game consoles, and CPAP machines too. A lot of people don't realize the tablet or Nintendo Switch in their bag needs to come out. It does. If a big electronic device is left in your bag, the X-ray image is hard to read. All that circuitry blocks the view. TSA will almost certainly pull your bag for a check if you leave, say, a laptop inside. They might also call out for you, and if you've walked away, now there's a holdup. Also, if you cover your laptop in the bin with other stuff, they'll have to run it again. TSA has clearly stated all electronics larger than a cell phone should be placed in a bin with nothing above or below it, so they get a clear X-ray. Ignoring these bin rules equals delay and maybe a stern look from the officer. As for phones, keys loose on the belt, those can slip out of reach or get left behind. And putting valuables loose in a bin is a recipe for forgetting them. What to do instead? Bin smart, bin safe. Before you even get to the conveyor, know what needs to come out. Your quart-size liquids bag and your electronics. Pack those at the top of your carry-on for easy access. When you grab a bin, give each big electronic its own bin if possible, or at most place your laptop and tablet side by side in one bin with nothing else. Do not put your jacket or other junk on top of them. As for small items like phone, wallet, passport, a pro tip is to stick them in a zip pocket of your carry-on or inside your shoe while it goes through. TSA actually advises putting your phone in your carry-on, not loose in a bin, both for hygiene and so you won't forget it. If you have multiple bins, try to keep an eye on them as they come out the other side and grab them promptly, and listen to the officer's instructions. Some newer scanners, CT scanners, might let you leave electronics inside your bag, in which case ignore everything I just said. They'll usually announce you can keep electronics and liquids in your bag. A blessed day if you hear that. When in doubt, ask the agent or just take it out. And that's a wrap. 8 sneaky TSA mistakes that no one warns you about except this video. If you're a first-time flyer, hopefully now you're feeling a little less panicked about security and a lot more prepared to glide through that checkpoint like a travel ninja. If this helped you dodge disaster, hit that like button, subscribe for more no-nonsense travel tips, and let me know in the comments which mistake surprised you the most, or be honest, how many of these have you already made? Thanks for watching, good luck on your trip, and may your next TSA experience be fast, smooth, and absolutely peanut butter free. Catch you in the next one.